Social stigma must not matter. Domestic violence is neutral for both men and women. There is a need of change in society. A very good morning to one and all present here. We are looking forward to talking with you today about our research, a comparative study of domestic violence against men and women.
We are Afsara Leadership Fellows. Afsara Leadership Institute is a non-profitable organization dedicated to enriching leadership potential of India's brightest young women.
My name is Daisy Flora.
I am Dhanashri.
Myself is Kamal.
Yes, Sanjana.
And our teacher, the one who guided us throughout the project, Mrs. Nupura Patankar.
What is domestic violence? Domestic violence is a pattern of abusing behavior in any relationship that is used by one partner or a family member to gain or maintain control over the another intimate partner or family member.
Is domestic violence just physical abuse? No. Domestic violence could be physical, sexual, verbal or emotional, and economical abuse.
Physical abuse is using physical force.
Sexual abuse is attempting to obtain a sexual act by violence.
Verbal or emotional abuse is undermining an individual's sense of self-worth.
Economical abuse is to attempting to make the victim economically depend on the abuser.
Because of limitation of time, we only focus on physical abuse and verbal or emotional abuse in our research.
In future, if we get an opportunity, we will be very happy to work on other two types.
Our driving question was, is domestic violence gender neutral? And our hypothesis was that women in our community face domestic violence majoritarily as compared to men.
Steps taken in our project. First step was observing our community. We would like to share one story that motivated us to do this project.
In Dharavi, domestic violence is a common sight in our neighborhood. I have heard stories of such incidents from my parents and witnessed too. The most unforgettable incident happened in May 2019. A North Indian family of three were living a couple of doors away from mine. The man of the house domestically violates his wife and 4-year-old daughter. Once, a Sunday around 4:30 p.m., he was watching television. Wife went to the market and the daughter was playing out. He looked around for his wife because he wanted snacks. He didn't find her, but he saw his daughter. In anger, he kicked his daughter badly. She cried with pain. As soon as his wife came, he started shouting her and cursing her for not giving him snacks immediately. I clearly remember I was so scared about that person that I avoided going through that lane for a long time. I shared this incident with my friends at ALF. Out of curiosity, we googled for domestic violence only to find that it happens everywhere in the world and whether both men and women face domestic violence.
Our second step of our project is collecting secondary data. We collected our secondary data from articles, research papers, and we referred in our project.
We like to share few information with you. In India, there is insufficient data on domestic violence against men as compared to women.
Patriarchal lineage of India makes it difficult to believe that a woman can be a victim of domestic violence. Sadly, even the law does not recognize men as a victim of domestic violence. Against all our belief, there is an increase in number of men suffering from harassment, psychological abuse, as well as physical abuse by women. According to one study on 1,000 households in 2019 in Haryana, found that 52.4% men face domestic violence at least once in their lifetime. The majority, 51.6%, experience emotional violence, followed by physical violence, 6%.
Rekha Chaudhary, she was an Indian Minister for Women and Child Development. She also stated in the Hindustan Times article that an equal gender law would be ideal, but there is simply too much physical evidence to prove that it is mainly the woman who suffers at the hands of a man.
And another article posted by the Queen shared interview of a man who suffered from domestic violence. It mentioned that when a victim of harassment do approach the police, they say they were either reticulated, threatened, or thrashed.
We conducted community survey from men and women of our community by door-to-door visit. We conducted 202 survey from men and 202 survey from women. In total, we conducted 404 survey for our research.
Expert interview. We took an expert interview from Sir P.A. Ramesh Nagare, the head officer of Dharai Police Station.
According to P.I. Ramesh Nagari, in Dhari, at least one case of domestic violence is filed per month. He said that the major victim of domestic violence is women, and he also said that as compared to last year, the increasement of the cases in domestic violence in women has been increased, and he also said that the rate of the domestic violence against men is negligible.
He strongly believes that spreading awareness about domestic violence at a grassroots level could curb the rate of domestic violence in the community. He emphasized on involvement of a marriage counselor in the domestic issue. We will represent our survey results in graphical method.
Our survey and findings. We made an anonymous survey and conducted it to make sure people feel safe about the information they are sharing with us. We have explained the objective of a survey before conducting it.
We transferred our offline result into our online data. That's we made a Google form and we reformed our data into a graphical representative.
According to our survey, almost half of the population we surveyed agreed that they faced domestic violence in past. Men are leading with 53% of them facing domestic violence. Isn't that surprising? You won't believe 49% of men said they face physical abuse. On the contrary, 82% of women said they face physical abuse. Emotional abuse is although high, is almost the same for both the gender, that is about 80%.
When we saw this question's answer, we were really shocked that in our society, 84% of men are facing domestic violence from the spouse and 82% of women are facing domestic violence from the family members.
A majority of population face domestic violence as a result of ego clashes with their spouse or other family members. 55% of men face domestic violence because of ego clashes in their family.
What we learned in our project, we learned that both men and women both face equally domestic violence.
In India, there are no laws that recognize men as a victim of domestic violence.
A majority of population face domestic violence as a result of ego clashes with their spouse or other family members. Spouse and other family members are almost equal predators of domestic violence against men and women. Challenges we face. The first challenge was to interact with men and explain them what is domestic violence was very challenging task, and it made us nervous.
Convincing the family, convincing the people for our survey, and make sure they give us an honest survey. It was a great challenge for us.
The third challenge was time management. We still remember the day when Nupura ma'am called us and told that we were working very slowly. She explained us and made us realize that there is a need to put in a lot of effort. Suggestions that will make domestic violence a gender-neutral issue and further could uproot domestic violence from our community.
Spreading knowledge about gender-neutral domestic violence at the grassroots level. It will help the children to broaden their mindset about gender-neutral domestic violence and help them to be a good human.
We think that by spreading awareness about gender-neutral domestic violence in our society, are Vastav, Save Indian Family, Men Rights India, Men's Rights.
Here are the links we referred in our project.
To close, we would like to ask you to do this one thing is to accept and inculcate the concept of gender-neutral domestic violence and help all the victims of domestic violence. Remember, social stigma must not matter. Domestic violence is neutral for both men and women. There is a need of change in society. Thank you.
Okay, so question answer from panelist.
Yeah, may I start?
Yes, yes.
Um, I'm very glad that the students have picked up this very sensitive topic for their research. I would like to clarify. I am not asking a question, but I'm very worried when there is this whole issue of. I agree, violence is non-negotiable. I mean, cannot be accepted, and it should be resisted, whether it is by men or women. And women indulge in violence also. It's not that women are beyond all the violence or whatever it is. The reason why we have a gendered law is because when a violence is perpetrated, an act of violence is perpetrated by a man, it is often justified. It is often justified as, he's a man, he's hungry, he's angry, he's frustrated, etc., etc. And women have that much of less opportunity to strike back, because it's not just about physical and emotional, verbal violence. It is closely connected with economic violence, and it is also connected with other kinds of emotional violence. So when a woman faces violence, it's much difficult for her to get out of the house or fend for herself or do things because of her economic dependence on the husband or on the family. So the family plays a big role in violence against the woman. Whereas when it comes to men, it is mostly the interpersonal issues. A man says a dirty word and she also answers back using the most abusive words, and maybe sometimes indulges in physical violence of hitting. We see that often, but it is mostly between the husband and wife. But when it comes to the woman, it is the family, the society, the culture. It is much more deep rooted, and it affects her at different levels. A man can kick the wife out of the house if he doesn't like, or there are many instances where women are just left on the road, and that is the reason the law has been made very gender specific, so to protect the women. And the kinds of violence that women face are also very different. So for instance, now you see there are so many jokes about men being harassed by women during the lockdown, giving them housework, which is not reality, which is not correct. That it is not that all women are being treated like rubbish by the wives or the women in the house. There is a difference in the context of violence, and we should be very conscious about it. So asking for a gender neutral laws will actually undo the kind of advocacy that many organizations have done to create a kind of an environment where women are able to come out and complain and get justice. I just want to share one thing. There are around 20% of women who actually go and complain to the police. And out of those 20%, around 10%, out of 20% of women who go, 10% of women actually have the cases going to the final stages, and only 2% of men get punished for whatever they have done. So you see what is the number of people who are actually men getting punished because of this gender specific law. It is not true that all women, there are women who misuse, like there are men who misuse the law. So let's not start a campaign which actually which will undo the efforts made by so many rights activists, so many gender activists and people who are concerned about that. Because the position of a woman and a man are very different. And we should understand that. But I agree with you. There is a need to work against violence. Doesn't matter whether it is against senior citizens, whether it is against men, whether it is against children. Violence should not be accepted, promoted in any form, anywhere. We can have it is very important for the mental health of children and for the society as well. But let's not talk about gender neutral laws, because there are enough laws for men to protect themselves. So, this is something.
I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry to interrupt. It's very important.
I'm done. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm really sorry. But kids, I hope you got the message that she was trying to give, or the summary of the message that she was trying to give. And maybe you can reflect on it a little bit. Yeah?
That as ma'am gave us feedback for us, but we appreciate her feedback. But only one thing, as we said that we want gender neutral law, we have some questions also. And that question was that when the 2005 law was came, it was that some extreme happens with women, and then the law was been declared. But as we are saying for gender neutral law, we don't say that we will take out the attention from the women's. The attention would be there, but that should the equal attention from men's and women both. Uh, and we will that and then we should not wait for till that it will take an extreme, means till the extreme cases will come from men's. We will take that much time to take that. As we see in our project also, the survey questions, there was so much domestic violence against women, against men. When we were comparing the cases, the increasement was more, the cases were more of men. So I think
Yeah, that's what I agree, and I share your concern. It should not go to escalate to such extent that we reverse the violence that is happening on women as the violence that is happening on men. So, as I said, that is violence is not acceptable, and the desire. I mean, we cannot compromise on that particular principle. So, I'm totally with you. I'm not saying that we should not protect men. So, any system that is not favorable to one group is not good. But what I was saying is that you should have a more nuanced understanding of violence, because violence is not just about beating up or using abusive language. There are other forms of violence. If you get into those kinds of violence, you will find that women suffer more than men, and this is institutional because it is supported by the system as a patriarchy. So once you have that understanding, you will be able to get the point that I'm making. And I'm totally with you, because I wouldn't like a man to be thrashed the way I don't want a woman to be thrashed, or I don't want a woman to be abused. I don't want a man to be abused, because what are we setting out for the next generation? So violence is not to be compromised. Violence should not be accepted. So that is the point that I'm making. I'm only saying that don't just jump to the conclusion that, oh, we should change the laws, because the laws have come after much, much thought. What is important is that we should be able to understand, have a more nuanced understanding of violence. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you're too young to understand, but do a lot more reading, understand the whole evolution of this law, how it came. And there is misuse. I agree 100% that there is misuse, and there are members in my own family who suffered because of the misuse of the law, which is currently in place. So like all laws which are misused, we misuse the income tax law, we use the traffic law, everything, all rules and regulations we flout and we misuse. So this is also another law which is misused by women. So we should not be taking it as a indication to wipe out the law and have a gender neutral law in place.
Purvi, can I add something?
One last comment, Yugina, literally like 30 seconds.
Yeah, the last comment. Hi, my name is Yugina. I'm from NESS Mumbai. So I think what Dr. Sharda is trying to say is talk about, have any of you, this question is to the group members who did the part on domestic violence. Have any of you heard the term gaslighting?
no.
No, ma'am.
No, none of you. Okay, so I think I think what she is trying to say is that, if you go into the more nuanced nuances of this particular topic, you would realize that having a gender neutral term right now, having a gender neutral law right now would actually be gaslighting as to what we have in place and what the statistics actually say. I think that's all she's trying to say. I just want you to go and find out more about the term gaslighting. I will put it in the chat box as well. And that's just all I want to say. And apart from that, it was a great I think it was a great topic, because it was very courageous of you to take up this topic, because we have been thinking about it, and we thought that it's too sensitive and we didn't go in for it. And I think it's very courageous of you to take it up and this discussion to move forward, because I would like to see this topic again maybe next year. So thank you so much for that.